Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger and my friends. Today we're talking 10 things you should know about Melty Blood Type Lumina. Melty Blood Type Lumina is just around the corner. It actually launches September the 30th. And as of the time of making this video, that is not too far away. So let's educate you on some of the aspects of the game. The first thing you should know about Melty Blood Type Lumina before anything else, I'm assuming you care about fighting games, is that yes, indeed, it has Rollback Netcode. It's taken many years to get here, but Rollback Netcode is finally becoming the standard in fighting games, and that's really and truly fantastic. So don't be worried about playing online with your friends, as the game should actually work the way you think it will. The second thing you should know about Melty Blood Type Lumina, and it's apparent enough just from watching footage of the game, is yes, sprites are back. Sprites are in rare supply in modern fighting games. Yes, that's how they used to be all the time back in the day, but since then pretty much every company has moved on to 3D models in some fashion. So here we are, proper classic sprite work, HD sprite work as well. Everything looks beautiful, everything looks great. So if you like that old classic style for fighting games, it's here in spades. The third thing you should know is the developer, as this game is made by French Bread. French Bread is a developer with quite a pedigree in the fighting game space. Yes, they didn't make the old classic Melty Blood games, but also they made the very well received Under Night in Birth series. Soft Circle French Bread, simply put, has a lot of fighting game chops under their belt. They've made quite a few of them. They know how to make a good fighting game. And as such, even though it'll probably be a pretty crazy game, Melty Blood Type Lumina is in very safe hands. For number 4, if you're anything like me and you love getting into the lore, the story of any given fighting game, well, this game has got your back, as it's actually part of the Tsukihime universe. Officially, Melty Blood Type Lumina is a prequel to the Tsukihime remake. Well, what is Tsukihime? Well, it's a visual novel very popular in Japan, kind of the precursor to the Fate series. They're not one-to-one linked, although they're sort of in the same universe, but sort of not. It's a whole thing. But if you like things, you know, Fate Zero, or anything of Fate related, Fate Go, all the kind of stuff, Tsukihime is tangentially related to that. There's tons of story, plot, all that kind of stuff within the setting to go through, and once again, with Type Lumina being the official prequel, there should be even more stuff to go through just yet. It's a world of mystery, a world of vampires, lots of weird special powers, lots of stuff going on. The series overall has a very dark and mature overtone. Definitely not PG-13, let's put it that way. The remake's a little cleaned up compared to the original, as the original was an adult visual novel. So you can definitely take the implication of that, right? But the remake and thus Type Lumina, a little bit more cleaned up from that. But yeah, vampires, secret assassin nuns, people with cursed bloodlines, and all points in between. If you like that kind of stuff, this story has tons of it for you. The Tsukihime universe, honestly, is pretty dang cool, and I would sincerely recommend checking it out. At number 5, man, Melty Blood puts the anime in anime fighter. Like, let's just put it that way. What is usually considered to make an anime fighter is things like big combos, lots of air movement, lots of crazy special effects, and Melty Blood Type Lumina has all this in spades. If you want big combos, you want big juggles, you want just lots of movement and a lot of freedom of movement, this is a game for you. Street Fighter, this is not, right? Street Fighter, much more focused gameplay, you know, you have to sit and think and all that kind of stuff. Melty Blood, you're always moving, stuff is always happening. If you like that go, go, go pace of just non-stop action, then this is definitely a game for you. At number 6, we just talked about, you know, it being a very anime style fighter. There is tons of gameplay mechanics to work with. Some returning from the older Melty Blood, some all new. There is just so much to work with. Will you have specials and super moves? Sure, of course. We also have things like moon drives, where it'll put you in a turbocharged state where you get even more jumps, even more air dashes. Like you can jump 3 times, air dash twice, that kind of madness. It allows for all that kind of stuff. Being an anime-based fighter, you have a lot of offensive pressure as well. We have the Gatling series, the Magic series, chains, whatever you want to call them, like your ABC style combos. And we also have CBA because there's reverse speed in this game. So you can press buttons in most any order. Normally you have to go from light to strong. In this game, you are allowed to go from strong to light, and that can create a lot of fun situations. Through the mechanics and the characters and their own specific mechanics, there is a lot of freedom of expression in this game. You can go truly, truly wild. The seventh thing you should know about this game is the cast. It has a very strong and diverse cast of characters. Every character plays very and wildly different from every other character. So if you're looking for uniqueness, this game definitely has it. I know it's not the biggest roster of all time, to be fair and to be sure, but still, once again, every character definitely plays very unique, and that is the most important thing in the end. The next thing to talk about is just the general aesthetic of the game overall. You see, it's set in the real world, right? Like, yeah, there's some fantastical elements about this, going on, but it is set in the real world, and for the most part, people just dress like normal people. There is a couple more fantastical characters, sure, yes. But overall, hey, I'm just a girl in a skirt, right? Yeah, there's a lot more about the characters going on. The one has like demon blood and the other one's a super powerful vampire, but they're both just girls in skirts in the end, right? Lots of fighting games have fantastical looking people in fantastical settings, and Melty Blood Type Lumina is mostly normal-ish looking people in pretty normal settings. And the fact that it's pretty normal and plain makes it actually pretty unique as far as fighting games go. One of the more key things to learn for those that are price conscious is Melty Blood Type Lumina is not a full price game. In this era now where a lot of games are starting to raise prices, $70 USD is starting to become the normal price, you can get Melty Blood Type Lumina for $50 USD. As far as fighting games go, this is definitely a full-fledged and fully featured fighting game, and you can get it at a little bit of a discount compared to most normal games, so that's pretty nice. And finally, it's on pretty much every system you can think of. It is on Xbox One and thus backwards compatible with all the Xbox series. It is on PlayStation 4, so you can also play it on PlayStation 5. It is on PC, and yes, it is indeed on the Switch. So no matter what you're playing on, you can pretty well be assured you can play this. In the end, Melty Blood has always been a franchise with a small but very dedicated fan base. And this is the most the public eye has been on the franchise in a very, very long time. It is a very fun and a very interesting series as far as fighting games go. If you have ever thought about giving Melty Blood a chance in the past, or are looking to just get into it now with this new game, now is indeed the time. That all said, my friends, we're now at the end of the video, so thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Melty Blood.